Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 179 of the best bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. And this is Mark Denholm from breakfast, only Tuesday to Friday this week, but next week we'll go the whole hog and do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, only because there's no bank holiday. On the way this week, self-education, bad cleaning habits, the prospect of a very sober World Cup, Lorraine and Sue Gray. Also, what makes you aggressive and what ups your attraction, plus also a man of principles. All that and more on the way in episode 179 of the podcast. Enjoy and then subscribe.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Morning, and welcome to Tuesday. Mark Denholm at breakfast on Atom Radio, banging out the anthem. Speaking of which, music is one of the few activities in life that utilises the entire brain. That must mean that sitting here of a morning makes me actually cleverer on a daily basis, given that I am using the entire brain.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Tuesday morning, I can testify to that because not only does it say Tuesday on the screen, but I have written myself a little piece of paper that says, don't say Monday. First day back after a bank holiday weekend, you are always tempted, aren't you, to say Monday, but I think I've got myself covered.
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Today, I want to run by you a survey which has been done, and it suggests that single men in particular don't wash their bed sheets often enough. Most single men don't wash their bed sheets more than once a month. 12% of surveyed single men admit that they wash their bed sheets only when they remember, which could in fact be longer than a month. Single women, 62% of them claim that they change their bedding every 2 weeks, and couples, they do theirs every 3 weeks. However, Dr. Browning says that we should change our bed sheets once a week and absolutely no more than once a fortnight. So, today, with that in mind, I want to know, what thing do you not clean often enough? Wash it, clean it, whatever. What thing do you not clean often enough? On air at atomradio.co.uk on a Tuesday morning is how you get in touch. I will say I do my bed sheets once a week-ish, right? By that I mean that they may get done. They got done on Sunday. Now it may be that they get done again on Saturday. It may be Sunday. It may be Monday. But it's once a week-ish for me. Not religiously having a laundry day to do the washing. But yeah, once a week-ish for me. What thing, with this survey showing that men in particular don't wash their bed sheets often enough, what thing do you not clean often enough? On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
The World Cup coming up in Qatar. I still don't get how that's going to work given the temperatures and that. The Middle Eastern country will play host. However, if you are going, it's £4.07 on average for a pint in the UK. How much do you reckon it'll be in Qatar? The average pint in Qatar costs £9.98. Wow. Now you imagine when you go to an event and stuff like that, it's never at the average either. It's above the average. You're going to be paying more than the tenner for a pint if you go to the Football World Cup. That's going to be a very, very expensive trip, isn't it? At a tenner a pint. I guess that could mean there's a lot of very sober people watching the football.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
12 minutes to 7 o'clock morning. Welcome to Wednesday. Just wondering whether Boris Johnson is going to soon announce a Sue Gray inquiry over whether or not he knows who Lorraine is. It may have been that it's totally slipped his mind who Lorraine is, but don't worry, top civil servant Sue Gray will get to the bottom of it.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Morning. 16 minutes to 7. Mark Denholm at breakfast on Atom Radio. Do you know, go check your face. Your facial width to height ratio apparently is linked to your perceived aggression levels. Humans extract a great deal socially from relevant information from people's faces. The facial width to height ratio apparently determines how aggressive you look.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
7:25 morning then, Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Have you ever mistaken something when you've gone out and you've looked quickly A man went out to check his car wasn't frozen, went out, had a look down the road and saw an old man leaning on a walking stick. He went back in, deciding his car wasn't frozen, went back out when he had to leave and saw the same old man leaning on a walking stick. He then shouts down to him, "Oi, are you okay?" Turns out there's no answer. Why is there no answer? Because it's not an old man leaning on a walking stick. It's a broken trampoline waiting to be collected by the rubbish people. Morning, Damien Webster of Sunderland. YA man who confused the broken trampoline with an old man.
This is Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.
This show is not just all nonsense. Michael met his wife because she smelled nice. So there you are. This show is not all nonsense, and I don't care if you think it is. Now we know it is not. I was saying yesterday, though, for me, it's the voice. I do love a nice voice. And I think, nice voice with a nice lady and you're a winner, especially if they've got a nice accent as well. I spoke to someone the other day. It was going back a little while. When I spoke to them, it turns out that they have an amazing, Telford cross Yorkshire accent. And it just sounds really, really nice. And that ups the attractiveness. Not that in this case it needed much upping anyway, to be fair.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Morning, 6:13. And it's Mark Denham at breakfast on Atom Radio. Loud, proud and standing out from the crowd. A chef blasts a rude, wealthy group of diners and bans them from his restaurant, as well as refunding their huge £1,000 bill after they disrespected waitresses. Do you know what? I like that because he's taken a stand on the basis of principle. I like that.
Mark Denham at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Heads up for you in Yorkshire, there are travel problems this morning. Overnight, a man has stolen all of the road signs across Yorkshire. Police are aware, they're looking into it, but at the moment, they're still looking for leads. You can thank my friend Steve Lee for that joke. Police are still looking for leads. I liked that when I heard it the other night, and I therefore have stolen it and regurgitated it this morning. Thank you, Steve.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Do you know, I will fully admit now, the only time I ever listen to the radio that is not Atom Radio is when my friend Steve Lee is on. And he is a very, very funny man. And there have been a few jokes that I may have stolen from him over the years and regurgitated on my breakfast show. Thank you, Steve. Top man. If ever you get the chance, by the way. And I can't believe I'm plugging this on the podcast. If ever you get the chance, check him out Wednesday nights, 10 till midnight on Radio Jackie. If you are in Southwest London, you can listen on 107.8. If you are elsewhere, you can listen on the Radio Jackie website or indeed on TuneIn. Back on topic now. Thank you so much for checking out the Atom Radio Breakfast Show this week. If you listened live, thank you very much for being there. If you didn't, why not? Make sure you're there when we start it all off again on Monday at 6 a.m. And thank you, as always, for checking out the podcast, which I know that you're doing because you're hearing this now. Therefore, I know that you are there. Don't forget to click subscribe in your favourite podcast app. Then you'll get automatically notified of the next episode of the podcast, which by process of numerical addition will be episode 180. And if clicking subscribe is too much difficulty, the links will be available next weekend on our social media feeds. If you are listening at the weekend, because it does come out at the weekend, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you Monday morning at 6 o'clock for the Monday Breakfast Show.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.